In the thick of the NFL draft narrative, the Philadelphia Eagles have made some intriguing moves that have fans buzzing. Tight end Dallas Goedert is back, and the rookie Eli Stowers is on board, setting the stage for what could be an exciting season ahead. Where are you watching from, Eagles fans? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. Heading into the draft, there wasn't much debate about the tight end situation for the Eagles, and rightfully so. After an impressive season where Goedert notched 11 touchdown catches, setting a franchise record for tight ends, it was clear he was an indispensable asset. The Eagles made the smart decision to retain Goedert on a one-year deal, pushing back the potential cap hit that would have come if they couldn't strike a new contract. This move indicates not just a commitment to continuity, but also a willingness from Goedert to take less for the greater good of the team. It's a testament to his character and dedication. However, the Eagles recognized the need to bolster their tight end roster, particularly in the blocking department. Enter Johnny Mundt and Smartt, who both signed one-year deals. Mundt is a lock for the roster, while Smartt will have to earn his keep, potentially through special teams contributions. The addition of Grant Calcaterra on another one-year contract also provides some depth and security, which is crucial for an offense that has shown it can benefit from a reliable pass-catching tight end. While it may seem like the tight end position was simply fine, it's crucial to note that the Eagles had room to improve. They could have gone for a more seasoned tight end in the draft, but chose instead to focus on their future by selecting Eli Stowers. This pick could prove to be a game-changer. Stowers, who spent a significant amount of time in the slot during his collegiate career, is more than just your average tight end. He's a playmaker with the potential to redefine the position in this offense. With Stowers in the mix, the Eagles now have a dynamic duo at tight end that could elevate their game significantly. The chemistry he shares with quarterbacks is noteworthy. His ability to run crisp routes and create separation means he could be a vital asset in Sean Mannion's offensive scheme, which is trending towards a more horizontal style. This synergy pairs beautifully with rookie wide receiver Makai Lemon, forming a promising offensive lineup. Goedert's future appears to be tied to the short term, but that doesn't diminish his value. He has a history of signing one-year deals with the Eagles, indicating a possible transitional phase looming ahead. However, the drafting of Stowers signals that the Eagles are looking at a long-term strategy, much like they did with past tight ends such as Zach Ertz and Brent Selleck. As we look ahead, the Goedert-Stowers combination could set the foundation for the Eagles' tight end position for years to come. Goedert, as the veteran in this setup, not only brings skill, but leadership that will be invaluable for Stowers and any future talent the Eagles bring in. The potential to transition between these two players seamlessly could prove critical as the Eagles look to maintain their competitiveness in the league. The tight end room is shaping up, and if the Eagles decide to keep 3 or 4 on the roster, Mundt has certainly solidified his place as a blocking tight end. The competition for the 4th spot will be fierce between Calcaterra and Smartt, and how they perform in training camp will be crucial. Every year brings uncertainty, and this year is no different. The Eagles are looking to capitalize on their depth while ensuring they have the right pieces in place to make a serious push. If the Eagles can lock down their tight end position with the combination of Goedert, Stowers, and Mundt, they will have one of the strongest tight end groups since the days of Ertz and Goedert. That's a significant victory for this franchise, especially in an offense where the tight end's role is set to be pivotal. As the draft unfolds and training camp approaches, the excitement surrounding the Eagles continues to grow. What other moves are in store as the team looks to solidify its roster? Stay tuned, because there's much more to dive into as we analyze the next steps for this promising squad. As the dust settles from the 2026 NFL Draft, a prevailing question lingers over Philadelphia. How will Howie Roseman adapt his evaluation process given the impending changes to the offensive scheme? The anticipation surrounding this decision has been palpable, yet in a twist that some might find surprising. The answer appears to be not much at all. Before the draft, Roseman made his stance clear when he was questioned about the transition from longtime offensive line coach Jeff Stoutland to Chris Cooper. His response was telling, "I would say we have a system evaluating players that really fits and transcends scheme." This statement should have served as a warning sign to those expecting a complete overhaul in the Eagles' drafting philosophy. With the hiring of new offensive coordinator Sean Mannion and run game coordinator Ryan Mahaffey, many speculated that the Eagles would pivot towards a more athletic, zone-based approach, selecting players who fit a stretch-based rushing attack. However, rather than catering to this new vision, Roseman's selections leaned heavily into his established methodology. The choice of two offensive linemen, massive Miami tackle Markel Bell in the 3rd round and powerful Georgia guard Micah Morris in the 6th, underscores this point. Both players seem more aligned with Stoutland's power gap principles rather than the anticipated zone scheme. This raises an interesting question. Is Roseman sticking with a tried-and-true formula that has brought success, or is he missing an opportunity to innovate? The criteria and qualities that we're looking for in offensive linemen, they fit not only this staff and our last staff, but the way that we're thinking, Roseman stated, highlighting a commitment to continuity over change. While it's true that there are always tweaks with new schemes and coaches, the Eagles seem to be relying on their system to guide their decisions. This trend of sticking to established principles extended beyond the offensive line. The selection of dynamic tight end Eli Stowers was a clear departure from the archetype of George Kittle, known for his blocking prowess and ability to create mismatches as a receiver. Instead, Stowers brings a different skill set that could either be a hidden gem or a miscalculation. At the quarterback position, the Eagles opted for a left-handed, athletic project in North Dakota State's Cole Payton, rather than a more traditional day 3 option like Luke Altmaier. This choice reflects a willingness to invest in potential rather than playing it safe, yet it raises eyebrows about how the coaching staff plans to develop Payton into a reliable backup. Even the narrative surrounding the early selections of Makai Lemon and Stowers, suggesting a strategy to push Jalen Hurts to throw more over the middle, seems more like a coincidence than a calculated plan. Over 3 days and a flurry of selections, the reality of the Eagles' draft choices didn't align with the speculation and expectations that surrounded them. In the end, Roseman stayed true to his board, prioritizing the attributes he values over the noise of changing schemes. While some fans may view this as a steadfast commitment to the team's identity, others might speculate about the missed opportunity for an evolution that could elevate the Eagles to new heights. As we transition to our next topic, it's essential to reflect on how these choices will impact the team's performance next season and whether the Eagles can adapt to the evolving landscape of the NFL. What are your thoughts on this draft strategy? Where are you watching from, and how do you feel about the Eagles selections? Let's dive deeper into the next segment. As we wrap up this segment, we can't ignore the whirlwind surrounding Makai Lemon, the newest addition to our beloved Philadelphia Eagles. In a draft that left fans buzzing for days, Lemon's entrance was not just about his athletic prowess, but also a peculiar transformation in his persona. Where do you stand on this? Comment below and let us know where you're watching from. Lemon's arrival has been marked by a curious spectacle, drawing both intrigue and skepticism from the Eagles community. His debut at the 2026 NFL Draft presented a stark contrast to the player who took the field during his college days. Fans quickly pointed out the uncanny mannerisms in his interviews, some likening his gestures to that of a snake. It's a quirky comparison, but speaks to a broader concern: authenticity. This notion of code switching has been a hot topic of debate. Some supporters suggest that Lemon has evolved, shaped by experiences that have altered not just his performance, but the very way he communicates. However, the more critical voices in the fan base are not buying into the rapper gimmick he's put forth. They see it as a facade, a calculated attempt to appeal to a certain image rather than a genuine expression of self. The viral clip shared by NFL aggregator Deceive certainly fueled this discourse, showcasing an earlier version of Lemon, one that sounded nothing like the persona he presented at the draft. It's a delicate situation. On one hand, the Eagles are known for embracing individuality, and a vibrant personality can invigorate the locker room and the fan base. On the other hand, the authenticity of a player matters immensely in a franchise like Philadelphia, where loyalty and grit are the cornerstones of our identity. This is a city that prides itself on realness. We celebrate players who wear their hearts on their sleeves. As Lemon prepares to make his mark, he carries the weight of expectations, not just as a player, but as a figure within a storied franchise. The Eagles fan base is both passionate and critical, eager to see if Lemon can back up his bold claims of being a dog. Can he translate the hype into performance on the field, or will he just be another flash in the pan, lost in the noise of the NFL? Fast forward to the upcoming season, and we'll all be watching closely. How will Lemon navigate this scrutiny? Will he shed the controversial persona he's created and embrace the raw, gritty style that Eagles fans adore? The answers might very well define his career trajectory with our team. As we close this chapter, one thing is clear: The Eagles are in for an interesting ride with Makai Lemon. His journey could either be a saga of redemption and growth or a cautionary tale of what happens when a player loses touch with who they truly are. Every game, every catch, and every interview will be scrutinized by a fan base eager for authenticity and success. Don't forget to subscribe for more insights, and let us know your thoughts on Lemon's persona and potential as a Philadelphia Eagle. Are you optimistic about what he brings to the field, or are you hoping for a more genuine representation of himself? Your opinion matters.